my teacher told me that it was better if I go to China first. But the thing is that it's horrible to do an internship in China since it's almost forbidden.
Why is forbidden? What do you mean forbidden? Because
it's not really forbidden.
Hi.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So this is Audrey.
This is Jen.
And so today we will talk about international internship topic. Yeah. So
we make this video because we want to share our experiences.
Yeah.
And make either you are international student or you are Taiwanese company, and don't need to feel more afraid to to come to a foreign country to do your internship.
Yeah.
Or for the company side, we can be more open to acquire more international internship.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. Yeah, and there is a lot of benefits to get.
Yeah, and also in my experiences, because our company have to face different industrial companies. I realized that for some traditional company, because right now the young people, we tend to go to some technology company, or like marketing company, e-commerce company.
Yeah.
And for the traditional company, it's kind of hard for them to acquire, good talent and also the international talent as well. So in this video, because I see so many different clients to have this kind of difficulties to get good talent. So I think in this video we can also talk about this kind of topic.
Yeah.
And that's why we want to make this video as well.
Talk about the different steps that you have to go through to go in a company that is Taiwanese, or for you, the companies that want to hire an international trainee.
And also I think because in the company have different scale. There is like a huge company. And there is like medium scale company. And there is a small company. And if you are an international student, or like you want to come to Taiwan to do an internship, if you want to choose like a huge company, like a big company, because they have their rules. They have their PR team. Sorry, it's HR, human resources team.
Oh, okay.
So normally the human resource team don't want to accept the people who is not in their requirement.
Yes.
If they don't have the role which is opening, then the human resources team will not accept new internship. Right? But if for a medium size of a company, it's easier to enter.
Yeah, even small companies.
Easier.
Yeah.
They are more flexible.
Yeah. The rules are less strict. Right? So it's easier.
Yeah, it's easier to apply because it's easier for them to change their opening role.
I think also that companies are pretty scared to hire international trainee because they think that maybe they have to provide a lot of documents, this kind of things. They are afraid to pay or something like that. It's
for us, because you are our first international internship. And when I see your application, what's the first thing in my mind? Now I was like, why this girl apply the position in our company? I mean, because even if the people in the internship, he or she can speak Mandarin, so they can have so many different choices. They can go to China, they can go to Taiwan, they can go to Singapore, things like that. So that's my first question: why Taiwan?
Why Taiwan?
Yeah. So every time if there's another international internship application, I will definitely ask why you choose Taiwan, not China.
Yeah, in fact, everybody asks that. Why Taiwan?
Yeah, why? So even for not only for the company side, we have this kind of question in our mind.
Yeah. You want me to answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So why? Why?
So why Taiwan? Well, there is many reasons.
Yeah.
The first one is that I heard about Taiwan from one of my previous Chinese teacher, and he talked about that, and I was quite attracted about this country, right? So when I wanted to do my internship...
So that's your first time to realize there's a country called Taiwan?
No, I know it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. There are some people that don't know about Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, good.
No, but in fact, yeah, before I had heard about Taiwan, but I didn't really pay attention to it, right? And I didn't know that Taiwanese talk in Mandarin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that Taiwanese was a language, which is true, but most of the people use Mandarin, not Taiwanese.
Yeah,
dialect,
we can speak
right?
Mandarin and Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, so in my university, my teacher told me that it was better if I go to China first. But the thing is that it's horrible to do an internship in China since it's almost forbidden. And it's so hard to find a company that will accept that you come to China because they are scared about the rules. You know.
Why is forbidden? What do you mean forbidden? Because
it's not really forbidden, but there is so many documents to provide, and also they prefer that it's Chinese students that do the internship and not international students, which I can understand, but still that it's so complicated. You know, it's quite unfair.
Yeah. So you mean you still can apply internship in China? Yeah. But there's so many different rules.
Yeah.
And
the company has to ask to the government if they can, and also you have to find the right visa, and there is no right visa to go to China to do internship.
Okay.
I know because I tried to find it.
Yeah, and
as a French,
and in your classmate, there's no one go to China.
No one. Yeah, we know.
Because you already know it's forbidden.
It's forbidden.
It's kind of impossible.
It's not. I don't know if it's really forbidden or not, but I know that it's quite impossible to go there, except if you are a student in China.
Yeah, so if
there is no problem if you're a student in China. But if you're a student in your own country and you want to go to China, it's complicated.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to do an internship in China, you have to be like an international student there.
Yeah.
Yeah. To apply.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So for me, I think because we are a Taiwanese company.
Yeah.
So this is also the other reason we want to shoot this video because I consider this is a huge advantage for Taiwanese company. Yeah. Because it's a political issue because a lot of people want to learn Chinese.
Yes,
want to learn Mandarin.
That's true.
Yeah, and they are not allowed to go to China as a internship role.
In fact, you can. There is some program in France that and I don't know if it's only in France, but we have it. It's called Mille Stage, and it permits to go to China. But there is a list of companies. But if you are not interested about those companies, what do you do?
So the company on the list is mostly related to the government.
Yeah. This is those who are who have some contract with
the government.
France. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see.
France and the government. Yeah.
I see. So for Taiwanese company, I really think we should take this advantage. Yeah, because because Taiwan is so small, and I think it's really important to acquire more international foreigners to come here and make more connections between Taiwan and also the other, because we are island, so we need to make connections. We're not like a huge mainland, and people want to come here.
And I believe that international trainees can bring their knowledge from their country, and it can help to make your business bigger and better. Yeah,
I agree, because for Taiwanese people, Taiwanese company, we used to have, because we used to have so many different factories.
Yeah.
Till now, still basically Taiwan is island. It's a technology island for providing the service to the other countries, bigger countries, and so we are more chasing the idea called CPT, which means you want to pay a certain price to get higher value back, right? So the international training can bring more culture to your company to Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a good point.
And most of the time, international trainee has a good skill in languages.
Yeah.
So it can be also useful.
Yeah. If your company want to expand to the other countries, right? Expand your business to the other countries. I think it's a good opportunity.
Yeah. Also, if you have some customers that are foreigners, if you have a foreign trainee, it makes some, you're a foreigner, it makes some connection.
Yeah.
And I believe that customers are more loyal.
Oh yeah.
In that kind of situation.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. To show like you are an international company, not only
not only Taiwanese.
Yeah.
It's about international.
Yeah, I really think so. Yeah. So for us, my experience is like when you have international people, different country people in your company, the people pay attention to you. Yes. They become curious, like why, they wonder why, what makes you differences.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I always reply them, it's marketing. I know it's not 100% true, but I mean, yeah, that's how I reply. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Last time when we went to the event in Taipei.
Yeah.
Yeah, people ask,
why?
You have an internship. Where did this come from?
Yeah, and why? Yeah. They also
what's
curious.
The name of your company? And I think that it keeps in the mind of people.
Yeah, people will remember you. It's like a branding as well for your company. Yeah, really, I swear, really.
Okay.
Yeah. But actually, for some company in Taiwan, I believe many of them just don't know how to acquire, or even if there is an international student apply to be an internship. And what the company have to do after, I think that's the most barrier for the company and also the international internship, right? Because we went through this, right? So, so let me share about how could we do. Okay, so firstly, I mean for company side. So in this video, I present company side.
Yeah, okay. And I present trainee side.
Yeah. So for us, firstly, we have to spread out the information that we need this kind of role on internet.
Yeah.
So there are two platforms. It's good for this information, this kind of information.
Yeah.
So firstly is Resume.
Yeah.
Right, and secondly is Indeed. And I think Resume is more in Asian.
Yeah,
area.
Indeed is We saw it before.
Yeah.
It's more located in United States and Europe. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can, if you are a company, you can post on two different platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. To attract different countries people.
Yeah, true.
So firstly you do that. Then once there is international people apply, then you go to have a interview. Remotely. With the prospect, and once you accept he or she, okay, and then you have to apply. Agreement. Right, so agreement.
It's an agreement
from the investment commission. It's 投审会 中文叫投审会。那 so after you apply, and there's so many documents have to do to deal with. And because I think Taiwanese government want to make sure your company is not, like fake company.
Yeah.
Just try to bring the foreign labor to here. So they also have some limitation on the company side to apply a foreign internship as well. So they don't allow the company whose funds or like budget, I don't know how to say, like capital. Yeah, it's under 500 million. No, it's 5 million, sorry. Under 5 million. Yeah, 5 million. Yeah, to apply. So that's first condition. Or you can join some program for the government, in the government. Then you have then you can apply internship to come here. Yeah. And I think the process took like 1 or 2 months.
Yeah,
to go through. Yeah. So if your company want to have an international internship, so please to start this
very
process
soon. Yeah. Earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that 2 weeks before to begin research. That's a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and for the student side?
Okay, so first, if you want to go abroad, so if you want to go to Taiwan, like Shen say, not really Indeed. In Indeed, I didn't find a lot of Taiwanese
company.
Application.
And Chinese, like Hong Kong company?
Yeah, some
Hong Kong company.
Yeah, some Hong Kong.
Okay, but there's no Chinese company.
No, Chinese, it's complicated. You have to go, in a special website.
Okay, special website. Yellow page. Like Yellow page.
No. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah. By the way, anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
So, you have Cake Resume. And Cake Resume is a good website because you have the description of the company. So you know about the ethics. And that's why I went to his company, because of the ethics.
Ethics, yeah.
Yeah. And I couldn't do it. It's very important.
Yeah, because there's so many companies trying to acquire, internship. And how can you stand out from so many companies? I think that's a very important part.
Maybe you forget about that in France, because there is so many people that want to apply to, an internship that the company doesn't care. Don't try to highlight their self compared to the others. Yeah, it's pretty weird. In France, we're not really like that.
How do you mean?
I mean, in Taiwan, people that represent their company, they try to, attract, with the ethics, this kind of things. Yeah. Of course, in France, some companies have a good ethics.
Okay.
But it's not because of, they will not really say it in the job proposal. Yeah.
I see. I think so many companies, they just, say what kind of position they want and what kind of skills required. That's it. They don't speak about the mission they want to, complete or the goals they want to achieve.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that's the one thing which is important to attract for internship as well. Yeah, because for me, I think a lot of people in Europe more care about the ethic.
Yeah, personally, I will not work for a company that I disagree with the ethics.
Okay. Okay, so you must have to know why.
Yeah, if I work for someone, it should be because I agree with the ethics, the way they see my job. It's very important. Yeah. You have to feel proud of your job, not to be ashamed of it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So, firstly, choose the company.
Yeah, choose the company.
Okay.
So then you cover letter, and I think you know.
You know what to do. Yeah.
You know what to do. Yeah. And then there is the job interview.
Okay.
So if I can give an advice, it would be to prepare everything. Personally, when I did the job interview for the internship interview, I was
prepare a lot of things.
I prepared my book.
Okay.
And I wrote what kind of question you can ask me. I even did a Chinese part.
You mean how to speak in Chinese?
Yes.
In Mandarin?
Yes.
Okay.
I was so stressed, because I was not used to Skype interview.
Oh.
Yeah, because when I applied, I was in France. I didn't came yet in Taiwan. So, I was quite stressed. But, I failed some interview. But still that it's okay. You just improve yourself and you don't have to put too much pressure on you. I think that prepare the job interview is very important.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point because local company will think, why should we take an international internship?
Yeah.
Right. So for the people who apply in this position, need to be prepared and also, to present your value can contribute to the company.
Yeah. What can you bring to the company and what the company can bring to you? What kind of benefits you will get?
Yeah, as well. So
because why you come to this company?
Yeah, because a lot of companies feel like kind of afraid to, have this kind of position.
Yeah.
It's because they cannot predict what kind of result they can get from them.
Yeah. Maybe they got some stereotype or this kind of things.
Yeah, the cultural differences.
Yeah, there is definitely a culture gap. But if you talk with the person, it would be okay. I think that if you say, "Oh, please work harder" or something like that, it would be okay. Yeah.
Okay, and next?
So next, I would say to verify if the company exists. This is what I did.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because you don't know.
If it's a legit company?
Yeah.
So how do you do?
I just Google it and try to find some information about it.
Okay, so how do you get from Google?
I try to find your website.
Okay.
And yeah, you try to find the website when it's created, this kind of things. It's very important when you don't know the company. What will happen if you come to Taiwan? Because you are not from this country, so you don't especially know this company. But you have to be sure that this company exists. Because if it doesn't, what are you going to do?
Yeah, how are you going to do if you come here?
Yeah, you know, this kind of thing can happen, in fact.
Yeah.
And whatever the country, you have to verify. United States, France, Europe,
Not a weird company.
Yeah, not a weird. Yeah. You have to pay attention to it.
I see.
So once you're sure that the company exists and it's not weird, you have to sign the contract.
Yeah.
So the internship contract.
It's from your school.
Yeah, basically it's comes from the school.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, the company is signing up the contract with the school. Okay. Yeah. So in the contract, what is mentioned in there? In the contract, like a work hour. How many hours you have to work?
Work hours, the duration.
Like from when to when? Like from which month to which month?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the name of the company.
Okay.
You got the information about the company and also about yourself.
And also the school.
Okay. And then you have some laws that are written.
I see.
Like don't do that, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Yeah, these kind of things.
I see. And also the wage, I think. Each month.
And you get your wage. I'm not sure that in every schools it's like that. Or in every country it's like that.
You mean the wage?
The way the contract is made.
Oh yeah, okay. I think in Taiwan it's like similar.
Yeah.
Because we have some Taiwanese training as well.
Yeah.
And the contract is similar with yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think it's the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so then we speak about the insurance. So if you go to another country, please take an insurance. Don't forget about that. If you get a trouble in the country,
you need a insurance.
You could pay whole your life for that. So
whole your life.
No, really.
I know.
If you go to United States, you go see what you do.
Yeah. It's a whole of your life, I believe.
Yeah.
Medical fees, too much.
And before to come to Taiwan, I didn't know how much is it when you get hurt or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's just like United States. So I want to avoid any problem and get an insurance. Yeah. So then it would be the bank.
The banking?
Yeah. To be sure that your card works.
It works here.
Yeah. And to avoid to get too much fees when you get some cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the housing?
And the house. The housing is at the end.
Oh, housing. Okay, so
when you get the approval, or a little bit before.
Oh yeah, so from the investment commission.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so if your company don't talk to you about the investment commission, you have to remind them because maybe you are the first internship. Yeah. So you have to remind them.
Yeah, actually we didn't know.
Yeah.
We need to talk to the investment commission. So it's true.
Yeah. You have to talk about that to be sure that don't think that the company will know about that.
Yeah, you can save this video for you if you need. When you are going to have an international internship, then you can bring this video to watch. Yeah, you know how to do.
Yeah. So you have to talk about it and try to, because in fact, if you want to get some information about how to go to Taiwan, you have to go on the website of the consulate of Taiwan.
Okay.
You will get all the information, the documents that are required, the website of the investment commission, and the name in Chinese, so it would be easier to send it to your company. So you just have to do a copy paste and bam.
Yes. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to prepare also the documents to provide, of course, and yeah, and then you have to prepare your visa. Well, in fact, if you are from the European Union, there is no problem, because you can stay on the Taiwanese territory like 90 days.
90 days, yeah.
So what you can do, if it's more, you can go out of the Taiwanese
country
and come back. But if you do that, you have to get the plane tickets of your when you go out of the Taiwanese territory, because maybe when you will come to Taiwan, they will ask you a proof that you go away from Taiwan.
They want to see your ticket.
Yeah, and don't pay with a fake
the credit which is not yours.
Yeah, which is not yours, and also the electronic card. You know that you have only once for one.
Yeah, you have to pay the plastic.
The plastic one. Yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can show your card to when you on board. Right. When you check in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also you have to prepare all the documents. So as I said before, you can find all the information on the Consulate of Taiwan website.
Okay.
Or you can just call them. Yeah, it's good.
Just give them a call.
They will give you some advice and this kind of things. So next, I think that once you
how long you took from first step to till now, just now? You know, how long you prepare to apply?
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
4 months?
A little bit more.
Like 5 to
because
6 months.
When you apply for an internship, you have to do it early because the answers take some time to come sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like you.
yeah, just like our university.
Yeah.
Sometimes, 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it takes some. Yeah, sometimes. Oh, you were talking about the investment commission?
No, I just ask you randomly.
About the first step, you mean when you try to find an internship from the end, right? Yeah, it takes a long time.
Like a half year course.
Yeah.
Almost half year.
Yeah. You have to be prepared. That's why. Don't try to go too fast. It's not good. You will forget something.
Definitely.
Yeah. So once you prepare everything, I think that you can try to find, an apartment or Don't use Airbnb.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, Airbnb is not for staying long time.
Yeah,
it's just for a few days.
For a few days.
You have to find out the local website for find some rental house.
Yeah.
For like a half year or like few months.
Maybe we can put some
link below.
Okay.
Yeah, we can share some Taiwanese, house renting website below. Okay.
It will be easier. Yeah. So you prepare that and then you buy your ticket and you wait for the approval. It's gonna be long.
Yeah, but I think you just need to wait because I think it's not the issue. There's no reason to reject reject people.
Yeah, in fact it's not difficult. In fact it's difficult to wait. But this is the only reason.
Yeah, and you don't know how long it's going to take.
Yeah. It's pretty stressful because you're like, when I will get it. So when you prepare I think that you have to say soon to your company that you have to do that. And you have to tell them that it takes some time.
Yeah, and then you have to show them this video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, yeah. We share everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once you get the approval, you do your luggage and let's go.
Okay, I see. Okay, so here comes to the next part we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Which is why, for the company side, we want to take a foreign training. So because in our mind, we always want to do a long-term investment.
Yeah.
And we realize because we think this is like a positive cycle for our company. Even because we are in Taiwan, even Taiwan is a small island, but we still want to bring some, international culture, international training as well. So that's why we decided to say yes. Because we knew there is so many different efforts have to do, which is not regular before, but still worth it. It's worth to do this because, because for a company we operation in every day, and it's kind of hard to realize what kind of things we are missing. It's not only about the business model, it's not only about getting clients, it's also about the company culture as well. So I think the main reason we choose the foreign internship is because we want to bring in different culture to our company. Right, that's the first one. And I think the second one is more like short-term return, like I mentioned, because if you have foreigner in your company, then people think your company different, right? Because people will feel that you are more international, and what do you do? They become curious. What do you do? Why can you be different from the others?
That's true.
Right, make your company different. Right, so it's also branding and also marketing as well.
It's a plus.
Yeah, it's a plus. Yeah, it's definitely a plus. Yeah, so that's for the company side. Yeah.
Okay, so for the training part, so why did I choose
A foreign company, like?
Yeah, why did I choose Taiwanese company?
Yeah.
So I'm currently learning the Asian trade. Okay. So I wanted to learn about all an Asian and especially Taiwanese, because I'm learning Chinese, works. Yeah, how does it work here? Is it different from France? Yeah, what kind of I just wanted to know about the culture, about how does it works, and also I wanted to know if it's possible or not to mix our both way to work and to make something different and maybe better. Yeah. The difficulties.
Yeah. Do you find any gap?
Gap.
Yeah, gap. After you come here, is there any gap? Any gap? Culture gap.
I know. Yeah.
Maybe in Taiwan people work so long. You work too long.
It's okay.
Looks not long enough.
Culture gap.
Yeah. Any.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked before, maybe the way we see, there is some stereotypes about French. Sometimes are true, just like, the fact that we don't work that much. It's true. We have a lot of vacancy.
Like vacations.
Vacations, yeah. So it's kind of true. It's just that, according to your history, to your culture, it affects the way you see things.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't feel any gap that much. Yeah, because I just adapt myself to the country and.
Yeah, it looks like our company work not long enough, so we need to change our company
That's okay.
to fit Taiwanese culture.
Yeah, but I'm in a part-time job, right?
I know. Yeah.
So it's different,
So you don't feel too much gap.
How do you feel?
Me?
No, I'm talking about.
你觉得呢？ Okay, stop making fun of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And for us, let me think. For the company side. Yeah, there's one culture gap, I think. And I think it's not because of maybe it's not because of culture. Maybe it is because French people, you don't use electronic devices much.
Yeah, that's
right. So in Taiwan, we used to have laptop and have our cell phone 24 hours. When you go anywhere, you bring your cell phone and you keep watching it all of the time. So for Taiwanese company, maybe you are more expected to your training that you hope he or she can, use Google Doc, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is that
it's a culture gap.
I think that I have the same skill that someone that live here.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just that
the culture is.
Yeah, I'm not like I need to write something. I need my laptop. No.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Yeah, so you used to write on your paper.
Yeah.
And you can think everything clearly. Then you use your laptop to type it.
Yeah. That's weird, but yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm a computer science engineer. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think so, because more and more people in France become like that.
You mean
using
directly
their laptop,
working on laptop?
Yeah.
So I think that's also a good thing, good part of taking a international internship, because you can see how people, work differently. Maybe you can also learn from them.
Yeah.
And also you can maybe find another opportunities, because for example, like in France, people are more like kind of not used to have so much technology things.
Yeah, not that much.
So maybe that's opportunity in the future. And also the people in France, you guys, more like to spend your time when going out with friends.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's something we need to gain from you guys.
Yeah.
Because for Taiwanese people, we used to, just go out with friends, but you just finish your meal so quick.
Yeah. Don't really talk.
You don't enjoy the meal. Right. So I think that's the pros and cons.
Yeah, there is always something to learn from the others, Yeah. Wherever you come from, there is always something to learn. Yeah.
Okay, so do we have any advices to the people who want to a company who want to have international training, or like to the international students they want to do international internship?
I would say don't be scared. Life is made of experience, and I believe that the more you get experience, the more you feel good, you feel happy, because you will not regret it. It's a very good experience.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, for us, we really feel like, because these experiences, we really feel like we should open more position. I mean, to accept more international people, no matter where he or she from.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Because as I mentioned, Taiwan is so small. You cannot meet different people from different countries. In your normal life. So I think also for a company as well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty important.
As I think that it's not only good for the company, it's also good for you, human.
Yeah.
Yeah, learning from other cultures. This kind of things are very important, because maybe you will change your mind on some things. You will lose your stereotypes, and you will see that everybody is the same.
Yeah. Because I think for many Taiwanese, we think French people are lazy, things like that.
That's kind of true.
All right, but
but
I think it's why. I mean, we have to find out why. Why the culture is different, and we have to discuss this. And I think because for me, okay, I'm Taiwanese. For me, I think for many Asian people, we won't have passive income.
Yeah.
And that's because we are not used to rely on our government. And also the country is so small, so who can you counting on, right? So that makes Asian people, Taiwanese people think more depending on ourselves.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, in France it's not like that. You can have a lot of help from the government. And so people are more like trying to enjoy their life. Go to the strike and burn cars.
Do a protest. So I mean, we have some stereotypes, but we have to find out why.
Why?
That's very important. Also from this
Most of the time, the why is because of the culture gap.
Yeah.
Because if you go to another country, you will see how is it to live there, and you will understand some things that you couldn't understand before.
Oh yeah, that's the benefits different from traveling.
Yeah.
Right. Because you do internship for a long time, and you can more deep. You can understand more deeply.
Yeah. All the society.
Yeah, the society. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a differences from traveling.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Happy internship.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's it. So
that's it.
Don't forget to follow us and go check our previous video. It's all about ethics. Yeah, right.
Social issues and these kind of things.
Yeah, because of others, so we think more bigger.
Yeah.
We think about bigger issues.
We try to do international. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not only focusing on Taiwan.
Yeah.
Maybe Bye bye.
Bye bye. My teacher told me that it was better if I go to China first. But the thing is that it's horrible to do an internship in China since it's almost forbidden.
Why is it forbidden? Because
it's not already forbidden.